And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. We are gonna go back to Gaia Project for our 5th game on the channel, I think. I think we are on a losing streak of 2, if I'm not mistaken. And I continue to try to, I don't know, master is such a strong word. I continue to try to get up my level at this game, and I find it an engaging enigma. I'm going to go with that phrase for now. So yeah, I'm going to play as the Ivits, one of my favorite factions. I love how they work, make you think about federations different. I'm not sure that's going to translate into victory tonight, but I will have fun trying. I have done what I've done the last few times. Now, the site I used to use for figuring out my playouts randomly doesn't seem to be working right now, so I'm using a new site. It is called the Board Game Helper, boardgamehelpers.com. Pretty excellent, nice little graphics. So there is our map, and then we have the round boosters from left to right. We have, again, the 4 points for every federation, or I'm sorry, planetary institute or academy you have, and then cycling power. This is credits plus points for all Gaia planets that you have colonized. You have a point for each mine you have. You get ore, knowledge. You get 3 points for each research lab you have, and then +2 power to your cycle and +1 ore. Big fan of these 2 tiles for a nice little point boost in the last couple of rounds there, the way I play the Ivits. We have the next tile up, or next picture up, I should say, from Board Game Helpers. We have our bonus points for each round. Again, we get 5 points if we build a planetary institute or an academy. Probably not doing that. Tried that a couple of times in Ivits warming up to this game, and just found that just left my second and third rounds really unfortunately weak, so probably going to avoid that. 3 points for colonizing a Gaia planet, 2 points for every time you move up on the research track. That is round 3. Round 4, 5 points for every planetary institute or academy that you build. We'll probably be building both of our academies that turn, if I can time it just right. And then 4 points for every research station. Sorry, not research station. That would be different. It is a trading station, research lab. So 4 points for every trading station you build. And then in the last round, 4 points for every Gaia planet that you colonize, if there are any left on the board. Clearly, see, again, the Otoma only gets 2 points in that last round booster, because there's a strong chance in those later rounds you're not going to have many Gaia planets left on the board. All right, the 2 endgame scoring tiles. The one is number of satellites. I assure you I'm going to get crushed on that one. And then the other one is the number of different planet types that we have colonized. Hopefully we can do fairly well there. So those, and then we have our tech tiles set up at the top of the terraforming track. We have 7 points, and then 2 ore as the Federation token, and then the lost planet is where it belongs. Our advanced tech tiles are 3 knowledge every round. You get 5 points for every Federation tile you have in your possession at the time that you take that. That is definitely something I am eyeing. Could be a very strong strategy with the Ibits, because we will likely have 3, if not at least 4 federations by the end of this thing. And then you can get this tile, which is every time you place a mine, you get 3 points. This advanced tech tile is every time, once around, you can get 3 ore. This one is 2 points every time you move up on a research track. And then finally, 4 points for each research, I did it again, trading station that you have on the board at the time you take that tile. The random arrangement of the basic tech tiles, we have knowledge for each planet type that you've colonized, 7 points, 3 points for every time you colonize a Gaia planet, 4 credits during income cycle 1, get an ore during income, 1 knowledge, 1 credit, and then this is a one-time bonus of 1 ore and a QIC. Cycle 4 power, really like that that's down there, very accessible, and also really like that this is down here as well. Very good options. This is a nice combination of things as far as I'm seeing. The only one I don't love is we will maybe want to go up that QIC track near the end. Probably not going to have much use for this tech tile. However, this one is nice, this one is nice, this one is nice. This is nice late, where we just want to get that lost planet. we can grab that 7 points, get the lost planet, and go from there. As with a lot of the factions, focusing heavily on the getting up that 2 navigation will probably be helpful, and then getting up to that economic track as fast as we can to give ourselves a chance. All right, let's see who our opponent's going to be. There are these 6 non-red Toma factions. I'm going to roll. I rolled a 2. The Terrans. The Terrans are there to terrorize, or something like that. Not really. But let's get some Terranness. So we're going to need to get all of their components. I have my little component thing, which I find perfect for this game. Whatever, I will get that later. So we have their Planetary Institute. We have the 2 academies, the 3 research labs. Ding, our 4 trading stations, the 8 mines, and it's 2, 3, 4. Here's the other academy. 5, 6. I missed one. So yeah, 8. There you go. So these are going to go off the board, and we need these satellites because satellites are a thing. Great. I'll just put them in some pile over here. I'm also going to put one. Again, we have our, for the end game scoring for satellites, the neutral third player is going to be at 8, and for the number of planet types to colonize, the neutral third player is going to start at 5. So that kind of sets the stage for the showdown to come on both of those scoring tracks. So we're going to put markers for the Terrans, and then we're going to put 1 token on each of these to remind me to give the Atoma its points at the end of every round. Now, very smart, astute commenter once told me that I should probably just add up the points there. So 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2, and just give the Atoma that many points at the beginning of the game. That is a brilliant idea. I like it. However, I think it just makes more sense for these videos just to kind of do it as you go and give a better sense of how, again, the give and take and the ebb and flow of this game as you're really kind of simulating a battle with a real opponent. But again, I might change my mind about that in the future. We will see. I did have the Terrans little tech track markers laid out. Terrans is going to start at level 0 on all the tracks except for the Gaia forming track, because they are Gaia forming beasts. There we go. We both start at 10. Now we need to do the rest of the setup. The Terrans are going to start with 2 mines on the board. They're going to go on the 2 blue planets that are closest to the very center. So this is one of them. The other one will be Hida. Cool. So that was easy. Didn't have to do randomizing at all. And now we need to see what their starting round booster is going to be. What are they taking away from us? Those evil Terrans. They're going to take from us that one. So it's going to be the one I don't want. Thank God. That is, you get 4 credits and 4 credits for income, and then as well as when you pass, you get 1 point for each Gaia planet you have colonized. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to take out, I'm playing on the hard setting, so I'm going to take out number 9, and then the 6 cards that have the little green box at the bottom. There it is. And now I'm going to shuffle the remainder of these cards, and there are 10. Remember, there are 17 cards total. So again, we start with 7 that are pre-selected by the rules of the game. And then on this one, we are going to take 1 more off the top. We're going to take 5 more for the next 5 rounds after this, and those 4 just go out of play. Those will go Hida. So we have our 8 cards. I don't know what that mysterious 8th card is. Oh no, we'll find out. Who is that masked man? All right, I'm going to shuffle these up. What am I going to do? Now, the Ibits are super, super interesting. The Ibits are going to put their mines out, right? Wrong, ladies and gentlemen. The Ivits do not have mines. They start with their Planetary Institute. Yes, it is all sorts of crazy in Ivits land. That is why they look like insects, I guess. Or Ant-Man? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. These crazy Ibits. Let me get the rule book, and we'll go right to the source. and read about the Ivits and this great narrative that this game gave us. Oh, never mind. They didn't give us any narrative. Something that still I find curious. Like, just, I don't know, give me a paragraph. Tell me something I want to know about the Ivits. But they do explain the ability fairly well. Ability during setup, do not place mines. Instead, after all players have placed all of their mines, place your planetary institute on any red planet. If you have only one you can have only one federation during the whole game, but unlike other factions, you will be able to grow that federation to gain new federation tokens. After you have formed a federation, to take the form a federation action again, you must add power to that federation instead of forming a new federation. The power added must bring the total power value of that federation to at least 7x, where x is the number of federation tokens you own plus 1, not including the federation token from level 5 of terraforming. All of the rules for forming a federation apply, including building satellites and gaining federation tokens. To build the satellite during this action, you must spend 1 QIC instead of discarding 1 power. So a lot of interesting stuff, right? So you're not discarding power to form satellites. You have to actually discard QIC. Not great, but you do get 1 QIC every round, and you start with 1 as well. The interesting thing, so there was some weirdness with the rules. You don't actually have to add new structures or connect new planets. I mean, you can basically, as long as the power is there, then you could take a new form of federation action and you take a new federation token. It's pretty cool. I will track my federations as I go, assuming I remember by just putting this here, and then hopefully I don't have to count up to 21 or 28 too much, because as I've said before, math is hard. All right, Planetary Institute. So the Planetary Institute is going to start on the board. So what is that cursed thing that we have 6 of? All right, it is not a cursed thing. That, my friend, is a space station. So as a special action, we can do this action once around, place the space station. The space station, putting it on the board, follows the rules of accessibility, just like building a mine, and it gives you 1 power for each space station. So at the end of this game, assuming we remember to do this once a round, I will, trust me, or if I forget, I will go back and redo it anyway. Assuming we have all 6 of these on the board, that is going to be 6 power that will count toward our growing federation as we continue to take build or form a new federation action as we go. Now, the space station can be the spot for accessibility for us, right? So if I have a range 2, I can have this, say I'm colonized on this yellow planet somehow, and I want to get to that red planet. Well, I could have that there. That's range 2. I would be good to go, assuming I was at the range 2 in the navigation track. However, when I place space stations, like if I was playing as another opponent, like opponents don't power up space stations and they don't count as colonized planets. They basically just give you, again, accessibility around the board as you're building this growing federation thing, because you're an Ivits and that's what you do, like swarming. No, it's a cool little challenge. I do like not having to worry so much about like these groups of 7. You're just trying to get this big giant federation on the board and trying to connect all your planets to get up to these higher levels of these federations. All right. Or not these federations, of this singular federation. All right, where do I want to go? I want to go here. All right, so I'm going to put that there because I can colonize that orange planet, which will get me within 2 of our friend the Terrans, which will allow me to build a trading station. I keep saying resource station. Nope, trading station, easier, etc., etc., etc. So, what do I want? The interesting thing about these round boosters is 4 of them do have extra scoring. The one's going to give me extra power in my cycle. Again, power in my cycle is not as important as it would be for some federations, fractions, because again, I'm not using power for satellites. I'm using my QIC for satellites, right? So sometimes you have too much power in your cycle. It's actually hard to get your power into that 3rd bin. So that's not always a good thing. I would always like a knowledge. However, I guess I don't always like a knowledge because I don't want that knowledge, because I don't plan on I may have one of these. I'll probably have one research lab on the board, but I don't see that making much sense for me. Cycling 4 extra power could be interesting, and I already have my planetary institute on the board, so that's 4 free points that's sitting there. Or the other option is I just get myself an ore. Do I just want an ore? These are the questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, whatever. I think there's other ways I can get ore. I'm not going to be building that many mines. This, I think, is going to make the most sense overall, right? So I'm going to put a reminder token on that to remind myself to score that at the end of the round. And here we go. I start this mess with, well, first we have income. So here we go to income. I'm going to get myself a QIC. I'm going to cycle 8 power. So that's 2 and 8. So again, 2. Again, when you cycle power, you always cycle from the first bin to the second. And then once everything's in the second, then you can start cycling from the second to the third. So I had 2 and 4. That's my starting on the board. So again, this 2 comes in. I can cycle 6 more. We cycle all that into bin 3, and that's just fine. And additionally, I gain myself 1 power. All right, so that's cool to start with that. I already got my QIC. I did my power. I get 1 knowledge. I have 1 ore, and I get 0 creditos. What are we going to do? I'm going to... yeah, I think this makes sense. I'm going to cycle this 3. I'm going to spend an ore. I'm going to spend 2 credits. I'm going to do this action, and that means I spent enough to colonize this orange planet. I am on the 2nd planet type, and that makes me happy. Cool. Terrans, what are you doing? Terrans are going to do... So that was a support card. I'm going to have to move this over a little bit. So support cards here. This is here. What are they doing? They are doing an upgrade. What are they upgrading? Well, they have 2 mines. They're going to upgrade the one that's closest to me to a trading station. Boom. I get to passively cycle 1 off of that because I am in the neighborhood within 2. And Atoma's also going to get 1 point. Good for you, Atoma. So proud. Let me put this here, done. All right, back to me. What are we doing? It's always about you. Yep, it is. I'm going to spend 2 ore and 3 credit. 1, 2, 3. Get myself my first trading station. Now, again, I'm not really worried about that round booster. The good thing is I'm not going to get any points for that, but neither is the Atoma, so it is what it is. We're going to put that trading station there. This mine goes here. Atoma. Support card goes down. That one moves over. This one comes out. We have an upgrade action. What are we upgrading to? The way the upgrading priority goes, again, the first priority is turning your trading station into the Planetary Institute. So that goes there. I'm still in the neighborhood within 2, so I can spend the point to cycle. So again, this trading station has 2 power. I can spend the amount of power minus 1 in points. I spend 1 point to cycle the full amount of the power to cycle 2. So that will work very nicely. Toma gets 1 point. So one of the things that has some really great comments on Gaia Project, always. And I do, it's a little dangerous to Planetary Institute out, especially if you have it up to 4. Like, I don't know if I always want to be spending 3 points to cycle 4, but I've realized that I've probably been underutilizing the ability to power in general. So I'm going to probably do that almost every time I can this game, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. My turn. I am going to trash one of my power. Again, I'm getting a new power every turn, whatever, to cycle the power. Then I'm going to cycle all, again, that's just a free action. I'm going to cycle all 4 of these power to use this to get me 2 more ore. Cool. Atoma's turn. He's going to do a power QIC action. So no faction actions for him yet. Power QIC. Random number generator is going to be a 1 coming from the left to the right and 1 point. Not a very exciting turn for the Atoma. This is good. Good news. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let me look at this board. 2 things are standing out, right? So I always want to go to economic track. At the same point, like getting up to that 2, woo-wee, look at that. If we get up to that 2, 2 more planets that are instantly accessible to me. And this would make a nice base for me to start colonizing a bunch of planet types too as we go. Also, I have this blue planet right here. So I think, as much as I love the economic track, I think I might want to get up to that 2 first. It would just really give me some decent options, right? Well, it is what it is. It's a theory. I'm going to go with it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to spend this 3 knowledge, 3 ore, and 5 credit. I'm going to put a trading station on the board. Ooh, that could be good. So I'm going to put my research lab on the board. Man, I am just all sorts of messed up today, kids. So I put my research lab on the board. What happens? I get to take a tech tile. I'm going to take this tile. Booyah! And then I can move up any track I want. I'm going to want to move up on that navigation track. Right? I think that just gives me access to 3 planets. Try to get there before these silly Terrans do. That one's going to be the hardest to beat them to, but I think I got a chance. I get a QIC for moving up on the navigation track. Dunsky's, Atoma, what are you doing? He's moving. Hey, no faction action jet. He is moving up on a what are these called? Research track. So he's going to do 5 coming from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He moves up there. He felt lonely and left out in the cold, and I don't blame him. It is the middle of winter after all. My turn. We are going to do this action. I'm going to cycle 4 power. Should set me up very nicely for this turn. I think it was 2 videos ago, someone was like, this tile's great, and I agree. It's great. I still want it to work within my ideas of what I have going on here. And this one being on the bottom track really was nice and helpful. Cool. Atoma, what are you doing? Potential end of the round. It is not. Atoma is going to have a turn because we have a green light there. Thank you. So he is going to end of game scoring doesn't matter. Right, because it's the support tile indicates that, but the satellites don't matter. If it was the bottom that we'd have to go to a planet that he hasn't already colonized yet, but that's fine. But it's range 2. We're looking for a planet within range 2. Fewest terraforming steps is going to be the first tiebreaker. So what are we looking for? Well, this is 2 terraforming steps. So let's start with the 1. What's 1 terraforming step? Well, Gaia planets are 1 terraforming step. Blue planets are 0. But obviously there are none. So we're looking at reds or whites that are within 2. Reds or whites within 2. That's within 2. And that's it. So it's going to be one of those 2. They have the same number of terraforming steps. Gaia planet is closer to me. So that is the winner. And since we placed a mine, colonized a new planet that is not directly adjacent to an existing blue planet, we'd add our first satellite to the board for the Atoma. Atoma also gets 1 point. So I don't love the fact that the Atoma is doing a lot of building out here. It does give me more chance to kind of spread around like I want to, but if the Atoma is terrorizing, wow. If he's colonizing out here, again, it's going to be harder for me to cycle my power off of his upgrade actions, right? My turn. I am going to... Ooh, well, that could work too. Right, there are more than one way to skin a goose. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to add a space station. And again, navigation, it still has to be 1 away from where I am. And I'm going to add this right hither. And now I'm considered adjacent to that because of my space station. Atoma's turn. Potential end of the turn number 2. It is not. Atoma's like, I will not give up my high ground. I will continue to make points on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. All right, he's moving up on a random research track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. 2 points. That's it. So his round is becoming a little bit more impressive. I'm assuming, I think that last one's a faction action. So he might have a full array of 8 turns here, which is not great. My turn. Let's scan this blue planet while we have a chance, because we might run out of our chance pretty soon, the way this game is set up. So we're going to spend an ore. We're going to spend our 2 credits, and it lets me put my mine hither. Now, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already can make a federation. which is super, super nice. Starting with your Planetary Institute is pretty gross. What are we doing with the Atoma? The Atoma does have a turn. It is a faction action. Once in a while I get things right. So what's the Atoma doing? The Atoma is moving up on the Gaiaforming track. Bam. He's going to then place an Atoma. Wow. He's placing a mine. He's going to place a mine on a transdim planet. That is tiebreaker 3A. That is, so that takes the cake. And range 4. So transdim planets range 4. Closest to me is the next tiebreaker. So that's the one. And bam. Mine. Satellite. And actually, we should do that too. Mine, satellite. And then Atoma's going to get 2 points. Great. My turn. I could form a federation. Not worth it, maybe. Well, we'll see. I have no more ore, right? I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, all right, maybe I start jumping up that economic track, especially since I don't have any trading stations. So I'm already on an orange. If I lose that orange, it's not the worst idea. So let me kind of go back a little bit. Remembering that I had another way to get to this blue planet kind of changed some of my analysis here. So I'm going to do the 4 knowledge there and start moving up on the economic track, because I think that will be really helpful. Atoma's turn. Well, he has no more cards, so he's going to look. This is now the support card. This is his new round booster. This goes back, and Atoma's going to get 0 points from that. And we're going to take his deck. We're going to add 1 card. Since Atoma passed before me, Terrans are now in the lead. They will be first, but the first will be some last. So that is my theory. I'm sticking to it. I'm having a hard time shuffling these cards, though. I mean, there's like 9 of them. I don't know why I'm being insistent. All right, we're just going to do a little bit of that. And we're going to take 3, turn them sideways as the bottom 3, the other 6 on top. And we are set for round 2 with the Atoma. Cool, my turn. Do we have any more actions I want to do? Again, I could form a federation. Guess that makes some sense. What am I planning to do next turn would be the real question. I'm only going to get 2 or 2 credits. I kind of need everything. We'll have these open to me early. I think it makes some sense to get ore. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to form my first federation. Since there's no satellites as part of it, I'm just going to add this. And then I'm going to take the, again, this federation token being the ore one isn't great because that's kind of a go-to a lot. But we will make do, and I will take this. We are going to put this on here. I'm going to get 7 points for forming a federation. So that gets me up to 16 because I was at 9, and I get myself 2 ore. Bam. Cool. Atoma's already passed. I'm going to... There's no real sense to go too crazy with anything else. Yeah, that's fine. So, what am I going to do? We're going to pass. I have my Planetary Institute out, so that gives me 4 points. That's going to go from 16 to 20. And I'm going to take myself... no. Well, so I can't take the booster I just had, obviously. I can take the mine one, which will give me some points, and then or I could take the extra knowledge. Extra knowledge is probably a little bit less useful. Should have the ability to get a few planets out there, so colonize some planets out there. So I will grab this, and again, I will have more scoring at the end of this round. Cool. There. Done. These clear out. We're going to open up all the QIC actions, and this tile can go away. All right, bonus this round again is colonizing. 3 points for every time I colonize a Gaia planet. Probably not going to do any of that. Not a high priority for me, which is fine. Terrans are, oh, we have to do income. What's income? 1, 2, 3, or gets me up to 5. I got a QIC, gets me up to 4 of those. 2 knowledge, 2 credit. I can cycle 4, 5 power. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is it 1 up to there and then 4 from 2 to 3, and then I gain a new power. Done. Now it's the Atoma's turn. So faction action off again. All right, Atoma's moving up on a research track. It's moving up on this track, and 0 points. My turn. I'm going to spend these 4, cycle those 4 power. I'm going to do this to get 2 more knowledge. Atoma's turn. Atoma is moving up on another research track. Yikes. It's moving up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going up there, getting 2 points. It's probably good for that to always be there, because with the faction action, the Atoma is going to end up at the top of that track anyway. There's nothing I can do about that. So if it's wasting some of its extra opportunities to get points by moving up a track, it's already going to move up. Not that upset about that. Cool. My turn. I'm going to spend these 4 knowledge. Let's get that second navigation level like I wanted to. And now we go here. Atoma's turn. Atoma is moving. Oh, sorry, not moving. I mean, it might be moving. I don't know. It's upgrading. It's upgrading to something. It's upgrading to a training station closest to me. Ding. Now I have 2 buildings in the neighborhood. One is a power of 2. One is a power of 1. So I'm going to use the research lab as my base. I'm going to spend 1 point to cycle 2 power. That goes there. Atoma gets 1 point. Cool. My turn. I'm going to do this. Cycling. No, I don't want to do that yet. That seems a little unnecessary. Let me claim these things. I'm going to spend. Oh, I have no power. Yikes. I could get that one. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right, let me cycle 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Atoma's turn. Atoma action. So what is the Atoma doing? It's moving up on this track. It is placing a mine. Transcend planet range 4, closest to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. No, that's out of its range. Just out of its range. This is the one. It's closest to me. Now it is adjacent to an existing blue structure, so it does not get another mine. And Atoma then gets 2 points. Yikes. My turn. I'm going to. Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to spend 1, 2. Hoping for 1 more opportunity to cycle. It's probably wishful thinking, though. I'd have to build a mine. It doesn't have a lot where it's going to build off me right now. So let me do this. I'm going to throw 2 of these out. Because, yeah, I want to keep mine. I mean, if I'm going to get any value out of this, if I get 2 more mines out, that probably makes a little bit of sense. I'm going to throw 2 of these power out. I'm going to cycle 2. I'm going to cycle all 3. I'm going to do this. I have to spend an ore and 2 credit. And I place a mine. Hida. Cool. Another one right adjacent will help me build some research stations pretty quick. Atoma's turn. And again, it was range 2, and I moved up the navigation track. Oh, I moved the wrong person. Navigation track. So we are well within range of that. Atoma's placing a mine. Range 2. Ending a round of scoring doesn't matter. So we're looking at the mines. Range 2. We're looking at, again, whites or reds or greens. Those are all the ones that are. Oh, here we go. Here's a red that's pretty close to me. So that's going to be the winner. That is a new planet type for the Atoma. It also is not adjacent to any of his existing colonized planets, so he's going to get a satellite. This goes there, and then Atoma gets 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. Dunskies. My turn. I'm going to. What do I want to do? I'm going to place a mine or a space station. I do want to get into here a little bit. I mean, spending, well, I have another planet type and blue planets. I haven't done that yet. I do want to get kind of more where the Atoma is. Getting 5 power to cycle that is pretty reasonable, but maybe I don't want to go too far that direction. This will give me some more options. So I'm gonna do this. Place the space station here. Atoma's turn. Atoma does get another turn. It is placing a mine. The endgame scoring does matter. So it is planet types that the Atoma has not colonized yet. And is range 4, which is kind of insane. So ultimately looking for whites, again, fewest terraforming steps is going to, he has not colonized any whites. So he has colonized reds, he has colonized blues, and he has colonized Gaia. This is the one that's closest to me. So of course I was moving that direction. That jerk. Awesome. So he's going to go there. He gets another mine. He has another planet type. I'm going to get crushed in these endgame scoring tiles, which is totally fine. I can cycle 1 off of that, and Atoma gets a point. Yoinks. My turn. Let me build another mine. I'm going to go 1 or 2 credit. Get this mine here. That's fine. Cool. Make sure I have a little bit of a more solid basement of the board. Atoma's turn. And it's the end of the round. It's a miracle. It happens sometimes. Atoma gets this. Oh, that was probably the tile I was grabbing. These come here. And that is that. We're going to clean this up. We get this. Another card added on top. Atoma gets 2 points for the round scoring. And we're good to go. All right. What is next round? Next round is moving up on research tracks. Interesting. See how many times I can do that. All right. So I'm going to put 3 sideways. The rest go here. Atoma is ready to go for round 3. Yoinks. What am I trying to do? All right. I think it's cool just to sit tight with what I got. And we will try to... If I can move up on both of those next turn, that'd be pretty strong. So, yeah, round 3, I'm just going to try to set myself up around 4. Round 4, I'm going to try to build both my planetary institutes. All right, so this comes off, this comes off. These come off. Toma's already passed. I'm passing second. Don't love really any of those options, but I could definitely use some more credits. I get 3 points when I pass because I have 3 mines, and that is all she wrote. Done. Skis. Ding and ding. I'm just basically taking this for the credit. These points for Gaia planets are really not going to be helpful for me. Right, this is done. We can flip this over. And now we go to the Atoma's turn because they passed first. Atoma gets... It's building a mine. Endgame scoring doesn't matter based on the support card. So we're placing a mine, range 2. We're looking for blues, range 2. There are none. Looking for whites, range 2, or reds, range 2. We have 2 of them. With the whites, there are no greens, range 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one is closer to me. So we get this. We get a satellite. And 3 points. All right. Oh, I never did income. Sorry. Income, I get 6 credit. I get 1, 2, 3, or I get 1 QIC. QIC is starting to stack up a little bit. 2 knowledge. And we get to cycle 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we add 1. All right, my first turn, I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toma's second turn. Moving up on a research track, moving up on this one, 0 points. My turn. Again, I want to move up on tracks. So I'm going to cycle these 4 to do this to get 2 knowledge again. So Toma's turn. Bam. Bam. He's going to do an upgrade. All right, what is he upgrading? He's upgrading a mine to a trading station. We're going to go closest to me. This is 3 away. This is 2 away. Winner, winner. I get to passively cycle 1 for free. Cool. The Toma gets 1 point. And there we go. That's done. My turn. I'm going to spend these 4 to move up on here, which lets me to cycle 3, and I get a QIC. And I get 2 points because I went up on a research track. 1 and 2. Atoma's turn. Moving up on a research track. 1, 2, and 2 points. 1, 2. Cool. Now again, it gets only gets this is so basic, but just in case anyone's watching this that isn't aware, again, Atoma just gets a 2 points because of the card, not because of the round scoring. The Atoma has its own rule set for scoring. Do not be scoring the Atoma for all the stuff that you score yourself for. You will lose. I assure you of that. All right, my turn. I want to get myself, if I can get myself another research lab on the board by the end of the round, I will consider that a fairly solid place for me to be. So we are going to spend 2 ore and 3 credit. I'm going to put a trading station hither. And 0 points for that. Cool. Yeah, that should work. Atoma's turn. Bing. And bing. Atoma's placing a mine. Endgame scoring does matter. Range 2. All right. What hasn't the Atoma colonized yet? What planet types? Has not colonized an orange planet yet. That's 2 for terraforming steps. Hasn't colonized a gray planet yet. That was also 2 terraforming steps. What's closest to me? Well, I'm going to guess that one. Sure. Ding. Satellite. And I'm going to be able to spend a point to cycle 2. And 1 point for the Atoma. Great. I'm cycling these 4 to do this to get 7 credits. I go from 4 to 11. Atoma's turn. It goes there. And Atoma action. Atoma's moving up on this. All right, what does that mean? You move up on that track. Well, again, if the Atoma's ever at level 4 and you have an advanced tech tile, the advanced tech tile just goes away. Good. Atoma is then going to place a mine on a transit planet, except it does have 2 mines. I don't know. They were hiding. They were hiding behind the trading stations. So we are going to do transit planet, range 4, closest to me. That's there. It's another mine, so it's connected to it. It's next to a satellite, but it still gets a new satellite because it's not directly adjacent to it. It's another one of its colonized planets. I can do a passive charge of 1. Atoma gets 2 points. See the standard Atoma starting to run away with the game. Oh no! Cool. I'm going to spend 3 or 5 credit to get myself a research lab hither. I'll put that here. That lets me grab a tech tile. I'm going to grab this one. Nice little income tile. And then this goes up accordingly. Having troubles. All right. Atoma's turn. Potential end of the round. Atoma is going to... No, he's no more turns. That's it. You get the minimum this turn and you will like it. All right. This goes here. This goes here. And end of round scoring. Atoma is going to get 2 points from that. This comes off. We're going to take all these cards. We're going to add 1 more to it. And that shall be fine. All right. So kind of like where we're at. I mean, I know we got some possibilities for some decent points in the round boosters. And we'll see. We'll see what we can do with that. I would have liked the research lab booster this turn because it would have been. Again, I knew I was going to try to have 2 research labs on the table at the end of this round. Just wasn't able to make that work. But ultimately, I think we're in a good spot in the navigation track, good spot on the research, on the economic track, and I think we're in a good spot to try to pull this sucker out. All right, Thomas done. I have a turn. It's a great turn. Yeah, this trading station might have been, or this space station might have been useless. I was trying to get near the whites. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Might be hard for me to get on a white now. Rarely find it worth it with the Ivits to get the browns or the grays. So both these yellows are still open, so that's fine. This one's obviously going to be more accessible. This one I would need to kind of loop around that white planet, which is a problem. Not for determining range, but it's determining like to connect that with satellites would be not great. Not great at all. All right, I'm going to do my Planetary Institute ability. Let's connect these up. No, I'm going to put it out here, I think. That's going to make more sense. Yeah. And let me get a Gaia planet while I have a chance. I'm going to spend a QIC. Again, when you're terraforming a Gaia planet, either you need a Gaiaformer on it or you need to spend a QIC. And then I spend the ore and the 2 credits. And I'm going to take myself that planet. And again, I could range from my space station. That is within range. And I got myself my first Gaia planet of the game, which is hopefully I can at least keep the pace with the Terrans on the endgame scoring track there. All right, I pass. I get a point because I have 1 Gaia planet. I know the points are just rolling in like crazy. Now I'm going to take, and I'm going to need ore like crazy. Now this can all be ore, so again, QIC is going to be really helpful. I think instead of taking the 1 ore and the +2, I think this makes sense again. So I have the Planetary Institute, and hopefully that will be worth 12 points for me at the end of this round, if it all works the way I'm hoping it will. Cool. All right. What are we doing now? This can flip. And now we have to do our income. Income is I get 1, 2, 3, 4 ore. So I need to find 6 more. Should be doable. I'm only getting 2 credits, so I need 6 more of those too. These can come off. These can come off. All right, I'm going to get 3 knowledge. I'm going to get a QIC from that, and then I get the cycle for 10. So I'm going to add 1. I'm cycling 4 of my 10, so it's 4, 8, 10. Fucking 4 of my 10. I can cycle 6 more, and that will do. Atoma is first. What are you doing? Atoma is doing an upgrade action. Upgrading what? It's upgrading a mine to a trading station. Mine's closest to me. It's going to be this one or this one. And this one's adjacent. Done. I could spend a point to cycle 2. I'd only be cycling 1. That doesn't really seem like the math works there. And 1 point for the Atoma. My turn. Where am I at with another federation, right? This was 7. We knew that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have some possibilities of things I could do here. I don't know about getting to that yellow this turn, even though I had the 5 power. But I really need to, because again, I could cycle 5 to do a double terraforming step, which would be really interesting. But I really need, I have an idea of what I want to do this round and just get big points. Well, my Planetary Institute's out, which will give me more tech tiles, which should set me up for the last 2 rounds fairly well. So I'm going to cycle these 4. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to get 2. My turn. Or Atoma's turn. I am not the Atoma. I know. Toma is going to go up on the Gaiaformer track. So basically, every time it does a faction action, that part of the instructions just fall dead because there's nothing more to do. Placing a mine. Where's it placing a mine? Placing a mine on a transiting planet because it's the Terrans. That goes there. It does not get a satellite because it's directly adjacent. I do get to do a passive charge of a 1 and then 2 points for the Atoma. Cool. My turn. I am going to cycle 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Atoma's turn. It is doing a power QIC action. It's going to do that. 1 point. My turn. Do I want to do anything more with that? Is a solid question. Could get more knowledge. I want more credits. Yeah, so I'm going to do discard 1, cycle 4, do this to get 7 credit, which gets me up to 13. You see the power of that tactile. It's really pretty sick. Atoma's turn. Bam, placing a mine. Endgame scoring matters. Range 2. All right, what hasn't it colonized yet? Well, it hasn't colonized yellow yet. It hasn't colonized. Oh, it did colonize gray. It hasn't colonized brown yet. Okay, so range 2, yellow or brown, closest to me. This is 2 away from me. This is 1 away from me. Brown, and they are equal number of terraforming steps, so brown wins. So we get another planet type for the Atoma. We get another satellite here. We're going to put this mine here. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3. Sure. 1, 2, cycling 3. Again, because my planetary institute is in the neighborhood. 1 point for the Atoma. My turn. Yoicks. I'm going to spend, I think that will do 3, 4. I think I'll be able to get another satellite out here. This being covered is a little bad because one of the ways I can get ore is I could spend 3 QIC to get 7 points and 2 ore, but that's not going to work now. So I'm going to cycle. I'm going to spend 6 ore and 6 credit. So I'm good with credit. Now I got to find a way just to get I got to get 6 more ore if I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to put a planetary institute on the board. Put this, academy on the board. So the academy replaces the research lab. That gives me 5 points, puts it a round booster, so 22 to 27. And then I can take a tactile. I'm gonna take, I think this makes some sense. I'm gonna take this one. I get a ore and a QIC. That advances on any tile I want because it was in the bottom row. So I'm going to advance it here. That cycles 3. That's good to go. Atoma. Bam. Bam. Moving up on a random research track. So 1, 2. This is no longer valid because there's no advanced tactile and because the Atoma is already at the top. So 1, 2. Skip that 1, 3, and 4. And 2 points. 1, 2. My turn. Let me get myself another QIC. Toma's turn. It's a faction action. All right, already at the top of that, placing a mine on a transiting planet. Oh, can't do it because it has no more mines. So therefore, since you're supposed to place a mine, instead of placing a mine, it becomes to an upgrade action. So we're upgrading a mine to a research station closest to me. This is the one. I don't want to spend 2 points on cycle 3, do I? This is where I get tripped up with this game because I'm like, do I want to do that? I don't know. It just seems like a lot. Like, maybe. I don't want to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. It's 2 points of cycle 3. Just seems so crazy. Why does it seem crazy? Cycle 3, 4. The extra knowledge could be good, not necessary. Because I'm looking at these, there's none I really want to do. Oh, I could. Oh, that's interesting. I could colonize that planet like I planned on. Could colonize that planet. Sure, 2 points, cycle 3. Atoma gets 2 points. 1, 2. Where are we at with the score? Alright. I'm going to do the power station, the space station action to connect all these up, right? So my power right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I connect, I can put a space station where a satellite is for an opponent. So I put a state if I throw a QIC out to connect these, then I could actually get myself. Oh, but the other ore one is there, which is super bad. The other ore one is there, which is bad. I could move up on here, which I don't hate. It's 2 ore. Reality is though, how the heck will I do that? Well, I could cycle 4 of these, get myself a knowledge, and advance on that the old-fashioned way, which I don't hate. Yeah, I'm gonna want to get more ore. I don't want to spend 5 QIC. It's a lot of QIC. Alright, Atoma's turn. Ding, ding. He's doing an upgrade action. So he has no more mines to upgrade, so he's going to upgrade a trading station to a research lab. So the trading station to the research lab, there's 2 trading stations adjacent to me, 3 trading stations adjacent to me. Directional selection says this one. I could spend a point to cycle 2. No thanks. 3 points for the Atoma. 1, 2, and 3. My turn. I'm 3. Alright, so I can get almost all the ore I want in a better way. So I'm going to cycle 4 of these. Again, you can do these at any time. Oh, I still have these. I'm going to do that to get 2 knowledge. As that action, that makes me feel a little bit better. I forgot that was still open. All right, end of the round for the Atoma. We keep having very long rounds. All right, this is done. Support card says this is the new end round booster, which happy with that. These move over. Atoma, we take his next to last card there. Atoma scores 5 points. Up to 57. All right, feels like forever ago that I placed my academy, but that was the same round, I assure you. Cool. And I'm kind of set up with the mines I have on the board and the fact that the Terrans are just everywhere. I'm pretty set up to get some serious points next round with the trading stations. So that makes me happy as well. All right. What am I going to do? I am going to I'm going to spend 4 knowledge to move up here so I can get 2 ore. All right, I think that will be great. Now I'm going to form a federation of 14 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Great. So I'm going to form a federation. I'm going to throw away a QIC to put a satellite on the board. I have 1 satellite, guys. Whee! And then we're going to take these broken wings. I'm going to take. Do I take more QICs? No. I'll take some credits because I have I'm gonna have no research stations on the board. So the more credits, trading stations on the board. Did it again! So the more credits I have stored up for next turn, the better. So I take this Federation token. I'm going to get 7 points. I get 25 to 32, and then I go from 7 to 13. Toma doesn't have any turns due to already passed. Great. My turn again. I'm going to spend 3 QIC and turn them into ore, which is super expensive. Again, if this wasn't blocked off, I would probably just rescore that tile, but it is. So, not much I can do about that, kids. So I'm going to spend these 3 QIC, and I'm going to spend the rest of my ore. So that's 6. That's 6. We're going to put this Planetary Institute on the board there. And that is going to give me 5 points. I go from 32 to 37. And then I'm going to grab a tech tile. I'm going to take... What tech tile do I want? Yikes. Yeah, none of these are amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I could take this. Probably makes more sense to get up to there. Just that extra ore could actually be worth a lot. So, and I'm gonna want that eventually, but that does put me in a bit of a bind with everything else. When I take this, that extra knowledge is pretty sweet actually. Well, I have this. That's fine. I'll already be able to jump next turn. That's fine. Yeah, I'll do. I'm looking at that one. I'm gonna want that. I mean, it's just like a no-brainer. You get that 4 knowledge. This is probably a good time to take this. I'm not gonna need that just yet. I am gonna want that later. So I'm gonna go here, and that means I get knowledge for each planet type that I've colonized, which is 4. So I get 4 more knowledge. This moves up here. And then I'm going to spend this 4 knowledge to move up there in the economic track and put me in position to get maximum benefit of this track for the next 2 rounds before I jump there in the last round. Assuming the Atoma doesn't catch me from behind and do some crazy stuff. All right, I'm going to pass. I have both my academies on the board and my planetary institute, so I get 12 points from that. So I get from 37 to 49, and then we are going to take. Probably not going to have a lot of research labs on the board at the end of this. I have my 1 Gaia planet. Isn't that exciting? I'm not going to have many mines on the board at the end of this either. So my 1 Gaia planet is going to keep paying me. Pay me. Cool. Done. Income. We have 4, 8. I get 8 credits. 7 goes to 15 exact. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ore, 6 ore. So I go from 0 to 6. We have this can come off. This can come off. This can come off. We have 3 more knowledge. It goes there. We get our QIC. And these can all come off too. And then we have to cycle. I have 4, 8, 9 to cycle. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we add 1. Atoma goes first. Atoma's got that, and that is doing a QIC action. So it's going to cover up this. This comes down. It gets a point. My turn. I think we start. Oh, this can be flipped. I think we start. I don't want to lose my chance of that white planet, but really don't want to. This is just too much wasted stuff, and this is like in the middle of everything. So, you know, if I'm going to try to build all my research stations this round, that would be the way to do it. Let me cycle these 4. Go here, get 2 ore. Bam. Atoma's turn. It is a moving up on a track, and we skip that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 0 points. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I did that because I wanted the ore. I am still looking at that. I don't know if it's gonna be happening, but we'll see how much I can cycle back. Oh, I can cycle a lot actually. All right, let me do this. Cycle 4. Atoma's turn. Atoma's doing an upgrade. Upgrading again, post priorities. Well, priority is the planetary institute. Obviously, that ship is long sailed, so now we're doing the trading station. Trading station, mine to a trading station closest to me. These are both 2 away from me. Directional selection says come from the top, so this, and then I do a passive power of a 1. Great. I'm going to now spend my 4 knowledge to move up there. This is going to allow me to cycle 3. Oh, Atoma also got 3 points for that. 1, 2, 3. That's why I use these stones, because I'm like, oh, I forgot to do something. What did I forget to do? I forgot to give the Atoma its points. Don't do that. All right, Atoma's placing a mine. It does have 2. It's a normal placement. So we're looking for a blue range 2. There are none. Looking for a green, a white, or a red range 2. There is 1. There are 2 whites left on the board, and there is 1 within range 2. And it is this. It gets him a mine. It gets him 3 points. I'm sorry, a satellite. Well, a mine too. Mine, satellite, and 3 points. Moving up to 64. All right, I'm cycling these 5. I'm finally doing it. I'm going to spend an ore and 2 credit, and I'm placing a mine in this red. Nope. Yep, red planet, because it's 2 terraforming steps, and it's in range 2 of my space station. And now I have an extra planetary type. Look at me. I'll probably get the 6, assuming I get that lost planet. Again, Toma's making me a little nervous with this track, but we'll see what happens there. Atoma is going to place another mine. Endgame scoring matters. Range 4. So, planet type it does not have yet. Range 4. There are not many types he doesn't have yet. It is yellow or orange. Dude doesn't have orange yet? What a loser. Alright, yellow or orange, range 4. Bing. What is the fewest terraforming steps? Orange is less terraforming steps. That's 3 away from me, so that is closer. So Atoma's going to go here. Gets another satellite. It's absolutely thrashing me in satellites. And Atoma gets 1 point, up to 65. This guy. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 credits, 2 ore, 3 credits. Goes from 13 down to 10. We're placing this on the board. What happens with that? Well, that gives me 4 points. I go from 49 to 53. Atoma's turn. Bing. And bing. It's a power QIC action. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. My turn. 2 ore. 3 credit down to 7. Research station. Or trading station. I'm the worst. I get 4 points. 53 up to 57. Cool. Atoma's turn. It's there. There. We have ourselves move up on a track. 1, 2, and 3. 2 points. Bam. My turn. 2 ore. 3 credits. Building this here. What does that get me? It gets me 4 points. Tell him what he's won, Bob. Just 4 points. 57 to 61. Atoma's turn. Action is fast and furious here in Solo Playthrough's Land. Alright, we are going to do an upgrade action. Well, no more trading stations to upgrade to, so we do a trading station to a research lab. Wrong. Very wrong. We do an academy first, of course. So we put this here. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3. That just seems excessive. But I'm going to do it. Alright, so 2 points, cycling 3, and 1 point for the Atoma. Someone needs to tell me when I figure out if I'm supposed to be doing this or not. It just always feels wrong. Alright, what do we got? So I don't need this token anymore because I already have, I actually have a satellite on the board. Just one. All we need, don't want to show off, merely just need one. We're going to spend... Sure. We're going to do this to get a QIC. Toma's turn. Bing. End of the round, maybe? Yes, it is! So, this comes off. Nice. Left me a lot of points lying there for the last round. Atoma's going to do this. Atoma's going to get 6 points from the round booster. Or the round scoring, and that gets him 71 to 77. He's not that scary. These Terrans, terraforming and Gaiaforming everything like they're the boss. Who do they think they are? I will crush them like the bug that I am. I mean, if you think about it, I guess it makes some sense, or not really. That's fine. Just humor me. All right, we're going to do this, and this goes hither. Woo! All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a space station, put it on the board here, connect all that puppy up. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to spend a QIC, turn it into an ore, spend my other ore, spend 3 credits down to 1. I'm going to put my last trading station on the board here, and what do I get? You know it. I get 4 points. Gets me up to 63. We are moving along, and it's pretty exciting. All right, what are we doing? So, my power total is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm crushing it. All right. I'm going to have so many credits next turn. What am I more concerned about? I'm going to spend these 3 QIC. I think this makes sense. Yes. Fairly certain this makes some sense. So I'm going to spend these 3 QIC to do this, to rescore this. I'm going to get 7 points. It gets me from 63 to 70. It gets me 2 more ore. Greg likes ore. Greg likes ore. You heard it here first. Now we are going to think that will do. Don't get any additional QIC. I don't think it makes sense to prolong this anymore. I'm not going to get any points out of that last round, but neither is the Atoma, so that's actually not that bad. Cool. I'm going to get 1 point because I have 1 Gaia planet. That's right. Don't be jealous. And we're going to put this here, and I'm just going to get myself the knowledge. Ooh, I like that 1 knowledge will simplify some things. And I might have all 3 of these on the board at the end of this round. So 9 points, 12 points. I'm cycling 8 anyway. Yeah, why not? We'll go for the research labs. It kind of gives me a little bit more direction. And I like that. Like direction in this game. Cool. Done. We're going to do income. All right. 4 knowledge. Nice. We're going to do... This can come off. This can come off. This can flip. Notice I'm not even... Like, the endgame scoring tiles are just so irrelevant to my game plan right now, so it just doesn't even matter. So I got the 4 knowledge. We're going to get ore. 1, 2, plus 2. So I get the 6 ore. We're going to get a QIC. We're going to get 8, 11, 16 plus 4, 20 credit. Gets me up to 21. So that's a 15 and a 6 spot. And then we're going to cycle 5. We're going to cycle, 8, 9. So 1, 2, and then I can cycle 7 more. All these come here, and then I get 1 here. Cool. Atoma's first turn. What are they doing? Bam and bam. Atoma is going to do a power action. Yikes. 3, 1, 2, and 3. My turn. I'm going to this, yeah. So I can potentially get to the top of all those, which would be pretty sick. Sure, I'm going to cycle these. I just don't know how much I should worry about endgame scoring right now. I'm going to have 6 planet types. Which is already going to put me ahead of the Atoma. 1, 2. I mean, already put me ahead of the 3rd player, dummy player. The Atoma has orange. The Atoma already has 7 planet types itself. I don't think I'm getting to 7 because I'm not gonna have white, gray, or brown. So yeah, I think getting to 6 will be sufficient. So I'm not worried about spending my power for the terraforming. I want to get as much knowledge as possible because if I can somehow get 5 more jumps out of here, I'm in a pretty solid shape. And I have 1 because I have 4 knowledge here, and then if I get 3 more research labs, that's going to be 4. So let me try to get 5. So I'm going to cycle these 7 to get me 3 knowledge. Atoma's turn. Atoma is going to do an upgrade. All right, upgrade. So all it has over here left is 3 research labs and 1 academy. So it's going to take the research lab. It's going to go to the trading station closest to me. There are 2 directional selection. It comes from the bottom. So this is the one. I can I can lose 2 points to cycle 3. Yes, 2 points, cycle 3. It's one of the benefits of not having that on the table because that would make me have to lose 3 points to cycle 4. And that math gets really iffy when you're giving that many points away near the end of the game, at least in my experience. 1 point, that. Cool. What am I doing? All right, I probably want to form... Well, I'm going to get that tile at some point, right? So let me do this math. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 11, 12, 14, 17, 19, 20, 17, 18, 19, 20. What? 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, I knew that. I knew that. I'm going to do this now so I can get a federation on my next turn. Bam. Bam. Power QIC action. Just going to have to get a little lucky here. Just don't want to lose some things. So that's nice. I love both of those to stay open, but that's all this one. Well, maybe I might have given away all too many QIC, because normally I'll go with the QIC track, but I felt like I had a better opportunity on the terraforming track this time. I mean, I get to that 7 points. That's pretty huge. And that 2 ore. This comes down 1 point for the Atoma. Well, I get a QIC here. I mean, I do have some pretty solid options. All right, let me spend the 4 of my 7 knowledge. I'm going to move up on a track. We're going to move up on this track. That makes me flip one of my Federation tokens. I get 3 more ore. I get 6 more credit. I get from 21 to 27, or 6 to 12. And then I cycle 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cool. We're in business. Atoma's turn. Bing. Bing. Atoma action. Atoma can't move up any higher. It can't build a mine, so it's going to do an upgrade. It's going to upgrade from a mine to a trading station. Mine's closest to me. This one is directly adjacent. So ding, I spend a point to cycle 2. Awesome. This goes here. My turn. I'm going to... What do I want to do? 12 points. I'm looking at how many... If I get that token, that lost planet, which I definitely want. Where else am I going to build is the question. Because I do want to try to get the 28. Right now I'm at 20, 21, 22, 23. Lost planet would give me to 24. Not even sure I'm going to be able to build that many mines. I think it makes more sense to say, all right, I'm only going to have 3 federations. I did build 2 already. Oh, but that's federation tokens. Oh, if I get that and I get that, oh, that's 20 points. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm going to cycle this to cycle 4. Did I give the Atoma 2 points? I'm not sure. Things on there. I'm going to say I didn't. So 1, 2. Atoma's turn. Bam. Bam. Toma's going to do an upgrade. It's upgrading what? It's upgrading a mine to a trading station. Oh, no trading stations. It doesn't have any... Oh, it does have resource on the board, so we're doing the academy. Bam. I could spend 2 to cycle 3. Not worth it. Only have 1 left. That comes off 1 point for the Atoma. My turn. Just going to get this. Get a QIC. Toma's turn. I'm just going to try to cycle through its turns. I mean, probably not optimal. There's probably a couple things I could probably do before they finish out their turns, but it's just easier for me to kind of get them done and let me focus on what I want to focus on. Placing a mine, range 4. This blue planet is the winner. Fewest terraforming steps. It is range 4. I can spend 1 to cycle 2. Not worth it. Atoma gets 1 point. Oh, another mine, another satellite for the Atoma, so they can pad their lead. Freaking show-offs. My turn. I'm going to cycle these 4 to get 2 knowledge. Atoma's turn. It's doing an upgrade. It's upgrading a trading station to a research lab. Probably will not be cycling anymore. I just don't see the point. So it's going to trading station to a research lab. Closest to me, there's 2 that are adjacent. Directional selection says this guy. Cycle 2. What's the point? Nope, no point. No point, not doing it. 2 points for the Atoma. I mean, what's this power going to really do for me? It doesn't look like very much based on where I'm at. Great. So I'm going to spend these 4 knowledge to move up here. It gets me 2 more ore. Yeah, the biggest. I just don't want the Atoma to jump me here, but I think I should be okay. Atoma goes. Moving up on a random track. It's that one. We're good. Thought I was going to eat my words for a second. That's done. My turn. Oh, 6 of those are on the board. So I'm going to take. Oh, that's good. Oh, if I make those. Oh, I might get to 28 after all. Oh, this is nuts. All right, I'm going to take 3 ore and 5 credit. So it gets me down to 22 credit and down to 8 ore. I'm putting this sucker here. Then I'm going to take this credit, this token. This moves me up on this track. Yeah, I probably need to get that one first, I think. I never even got my 3rd one. Never mind. I could do a lot of things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, now these are worth 4. So 2, 4, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right, so I'm going to do a Federation next for sure. Need to seal the deal there. I'm trying to see how many more jumps I can get. 2 more jumps. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Toma's turn. It is a power QIC action. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That makes me a little sad. No, that's not good. I was hoping to get that. No, I can still get it. Yeah, I'll get this one and this one. Oh, did I screw up the order? No, because I can move up. Take that one and move up on that one. And I will have. Yeah, I took the wrong one. Sorry, I gotta go back. I gotta take this one instead. When I moved up there, just the order, and I get 7 points for that. I didn't need those 4 points per. I'll do that later. Sorry about that. Because I have to move up on this first to get the extra Federation token, and then I can move up on this. Just gonna make more sense. Yeah, because when you take these advanced tiles, you can move on up on any track you want. 3 points for the Atoma. 1, 2, 3. I forgot to do that. All right, someone can call the ethics police on me, but yeah, that's clearly my intent was to get on the top of both of those. It wouldn't have worked the way I did it. So it's my turn now. I'm going to. So even without the 4, I clearly have enough for a 3rd Federation here, and I'm going to grab. What am I going to grab? I'm going to grab. I need something I can flip, so I'm going to grab this. That's 8 points. It goes from 75 to 83, and it gives me a QIC. Toma's turn. It is a faction action. Ding. It doesn't have any more mines, so it doesn't upgrade. It's going to do a mine closest to me. This is 2 away. That's 2 away. Directional selection says near the top. Oh, that's 2 away. I can spend a point to cycle 2. No point of doing that. Atoma gets 2 points. 1, 2, up to 95. My turn. I'm going to spend these 3 QIC to do this. I'm going to rescore the 8 tile I just got. So we're going to get from 83 to 91. And we're going to get another QIC. That makes some sense. Atoma's turn. Are we done? We're not. Moving up on a track. Going up on that track. 0 points. My turn. I'm going to spend 3. 1, 2, 3 ore and 5 credit. I'm going to build this here. I'm going to take a tech tile. Now I can take this one, which lets me move up on this one. I have to flip a Federation token to get there, and then I get a new Federation token. I'm going to get 7 points for that one. That gets me 91 up to 98, and 2 ore. Golden. Toma's turn. Bing. Is it the end of the line? It is. So support card doesn't matter. We're going to do the round scoring. It's 2 points for the Atoma, and they get 97, which is a pretty low score for the Atoma. I do find the Terrans sometimes will struggle more than the other factions as far as getting up into like the 150s and 60s and stuff like that. But that's fine. My turn. We are going to spend. Yeah, we can do it this way. So I can spend 3 ore, 1, 2, 3, and 5 credit. That's 2. That's 3. Putting this research lab on the board. I'm going to take a tech tile. Now I can take this tech tile because I am on level 4. You can take it on level 4 or level 5. Then to take that tech tile, I have to flip over a Federation token. Done. I'm taking this. I have 4 Federation tokens. Great. Oh, wait. Do I want to wait for 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 25, 26. Sure, we'll do it this way. So I'm going to take a 3, 5 back, and we're not going to do that just yet because we're just going to try to maximize score here. All right, again, the end of this game can get a little min-maxy. Oh, and this, I don't remember which one it was. It doesn't really matter. They're all the freaking same. They're all, doesn't matter when you're just one giant federation. Cool. What is the easiest thing to terraform? I can terraform the white. I can do that. All right. So again, terraforming only costs me 1 a level now. So if I'm going to the white, that's going to only cost me 2, 1 for each level, and then 1 for the mine itself. So I'm going to colonize the white planet. So 1 for the mine, 1 for each level terraforming. So 3 ore total, and then 2 credit. Place a mine here. All right. Again, my total power here is 26. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 13, 14, 16, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that's 27. I'm going to spend 2 credit. I'm going to spend 2 ore, 3 credit. We're putting this on the board. Again, it's 2 away from that trading station. And now I can form another federation, which is pretty bananas. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to spend a QIC. And we're going to make a satellite. It's only my second one. So I formed another federation. It is my 5th federation. My 4th federation, I'm sorry. And then we're going to grab this. I'm just going to get the 12 points. That gets me from 98 up to 110. Cool. Now I'm going to spend 1 QIC, 2 ore, and 5 credit to do the research station, or the research lab that I tried to do before. And now I take a tech tile. I'm going to take this tech tile. I have to flip a tile to do it. Now, since I have 5 Federation tokens, I get 25 points out of that. That gets me 135. This can go here. And then I move up on anything I want. I'm going to move up on that. I have another tech tile to do just that. That gets me the Lost Planet, which is another planetary type for me. Cool. So that goes there. This goes here. Oh, and I colonized the white. So I'm actually here too, which is crazy. I think I just took the lead in one of the endgame scoring token things. Awesome. There's literally nothing else worth me doing. I'm going to cycle this to get me up to 10. This I'll turn into an ore. And I'm going to pass. So I have all my research labs on the board. So when I pass, I get 9 points for that. That gets me from 135 to 144. And then I'm going to, I have a total of 12 knowledge plus ore plus credit. So I divide that by 3. It's 4 more points. 144 becomes 148. Cool. Now we do end game scoring. Satellites. I have 2. The Terrans have a lot. That's the official count. It's a lot. We go to planet types. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which gets me here. I think the Terrans have the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they never got on a yellow. which is cool. So we're tied there. And now it works. So the lost planet made up for these two. Again, so I was missing 2 of the regulars. The lost planet was fine. Terrans are missing 1 of the regulars. So we both get the 12 plus the 18 halved. So I get 15 points. That gets me from 148 to 163. Terrans gets 15 points. It gets from 97 to 1. Math is hard, 112. And then we do up here, Terrans are going to get a total of 16 points. It gets from 112 to 128. This is a really bad score for the Atoma. Yeah, I don't know if I did everything right. They got all their buildings out, but they just weren't really scoring points. It's just weird. I mean, this was so balanced. I mean, this is a lot of points that they didn't get. It's very strange how that all played out. But what am I going to get? I'm going to get 36 points total. So 163 plus 36 gets me to 199. Yeah, that's gotta be a high score for me. That was insane. I'm kind of like I'm really curious to watch this back because I'm afraid I just messed something up royally. That just I think just the way things I played out pretty perfectly. I normally like this QIC track, but again, it just made sense. Kind of things played out well. Those round scoring was it was such an easily discernible path of get all your, it was for me especially these end that one, and having both the research labs, which I was able to use once, and then the academies plus the planetary institute, which I used twice. I mean, that scoring really added up well. I mean, for me, it's like, all right, get all my research labs on the board by round 3, then, or at least 2 of them, so they can upgrade to both my planetary institutes or both of my academies in round 4. And then I had all these mines out. I was able to get all my research stations on the. I did it again, man. All my trade. I just scored 199 points, and I still can't talk about this game right. Anyway, I get all my research. I'm hopeless. All my trading stations on the board in round 5, and then round 6 was just finally make it all come together, right? Yeah, that was really, really nuts. Once you make these buildings worth 4 at the end there, I mean, really does kind of like a cheat code to get you up to that 4th Federation. I don't think I've ever done the 5th Federation. 4 is usually about where I'm at. Getting that extra Federation token was nice, especially with that 25 point boost I was able to get. Yeah, the math got a little weird. Again, you can call the ethics police on me. It was like, no, that wouldn't have worked. I couldn't possibly. I think the test that I always do is like, if I was playing a competitive game, and someone was like, dude, like, can I just go back 1 turn and take that tile to that tile in my gaming group? That's generally pretty cool. Like, all right, that's fine. If it totally messed somebody up, then yeah, then there's times where it's like, actually, man, like that changed my turn, and we're not gonna get too crazy. But yeah, obviously, if someone was like, all right, well, clearly, if you're trying to get on top of both of those and you couldn't possibly do it the way you did it, yeah, like that's fine. Just take it back. Now, the way it worked out, even if I didn't do that, well, the real problem, well, I would have been able to do it the other way anyway, right? Because when I took this, if I took another green token, I would have had the 2 green tokens I needed to move up there and take that tile. And when I took that tile, I would have had the option to move this guy. So my score probably would have been a little bit less. I'd have to think it through a little bit more. It's probably not worth it. I'm just yammering. So that's cool. It was good to get another Gaia project on the channel. Get in the win column for once. It feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, my test runs with the Ivits were definitely all over the place. A couple really bad games, couple of really solid games. Nothing like this though. Again, I do think the Terrans, I find them the easiest of the Atomas. I just don't find their scoring mechanics to be as strong or as potent. Hashalas I find a lot stronger. The what's the white faction? The Itars, I find them fairly strong. But the Terrans are just, they are what they are. I mean, the end game scoring can really swing with them. If these two tiles are like Gaia planets and sectors, well, that's a different kind of game, right? They're going to get 36 points out of that. You might get 12. It is what it is. You just don't know how it plans out. But this is a nice little puzzle game. I mean, as far as like this more like prone to min-maxy kind of game feel, like this is it for me. Like I don't feel a need to load my collection with solo modes of Agricola or Brass Birmingham or whatever. This hits a really nice sweet spot for me. The space, the art is just enough. Like this is like a board of candy to me. It's just super cool. I do sometimes wish they were I knew the game a little bit better so I can really explore different strategies without feeling like I was totally wasting my time. There is this thing about, I love the Atoma system in this game. Sometimes it does feel like, well, you might as well be playing a beat your own score mechanic, because sometimes you're just like, there is a randomness to this score. Getting 199 is really cool. Atoma's never scoring 199, at least not in the games that I played. It doesn't even come close to that. It would have been a lot more satisfying had the Atoma scored like 166. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Now it's like, well, I just kind of beat up on on the little guy that didn't have a chance. But the Terrans, I'm sure they will come back with a vengeance at another time, in another game, in this same galaxy far, far away. But we'll leave that galaxy, come back to solo playthroughs. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, you can go on my Patreon page. There is a link in the description below. And on my page, you will find a schedule with all the upcoming games that I have planned for solo playthroughs. I post a schedule at the end of every month so you can see what's coming up on the month after that. So you make sure that you see everything that you want to see in solo playthroughs land. And having said that, I hope you can join me soon. And until whenever that is, happy gaming.